The Olympus Titans boys basketball team has their first test of the season tonight. They easily took care of the Northridge Knights behind incredible efforts from Gavin Lowe and Caden Jackson. But tonight they will face the great Miners from Bingham. They bring an unblemished 3-0 record into this one, dominating their three opponents faced up to date. Should be a great early season test for both of these teams. This is Olympus boys basketball on OlyTV. I'm Lucas Pierce, joined tonight by
Miles Pierce.
And let's get into the storylines for tonight's game. Olympus got out to an early lead against the Northridge Knights and never looked back. Most of their success came from the three-point line, where the Titans shot an incredible 50% and made 15 threes on the night. With the nearly completely new team and the starting lineup, you couldn't have asked for a better performance by the Olympus offense, as they picked up right where they left off from last season. The defense, though, looked a little rusty, and that will need to change tonight. The difference in this one, though, is the amount of scoring they got from their depth pieces. It wasn't just the stars leading the way for the Titans and generating everything on the offensive side. The Titans had 4 players with double-digit points and 1 other with 9. It showed that there isn't just one guy that will have to carry the team. Olympus has many capable players who can score when they want. The only 2 questions is whether they are able to get into the paint, as they are a smaller team, and if they can limit turnovers. If the Titans do those, it could lead to a good night. But their opponent is of a different caliber than the previous one. We shouldn't expect to see a blowout, as Bingham has a great team. After struggling last season, the Miners have really turned it around, specifically on the defensive side. After allowing an average of 63 points per game last year, early this season none of their opponents have scored over 55. Their offense hasn't slowed down at all either, as their point totals have been 82, 65, and in Bingham's last game against East, they had 3 players with double-digit points, including Luke West and Peter Snedaker. These 2 are the dynamic duo for these Miners, and the Titans will need to find some way to stop these 2. Last game against Northridge, the Titans didn't do a good job of holding off scoring from Jay Oliver and Cale Lake, so there is a window of opportunity for Bingham to capitalize to a greater extent where Northridge couldn't. Now let's get into the keys to the game, brought to you by Miles.
Offensively, the Titans need to continue the hot three-point shooting. Last game against Northridge, as you already mentioned, Olympus was on fire from deep, making 15 three-pointers. Caden Jackson led the way with 7 of those, and Olympus needs to carry that momentum into tonight. On the defensive side, Olympus needs to limit the Bingham offense. The Miners average 74 points a game with an average margin of victory of 31 points. The Titans' defense did all right last game versus Northridge. We'll have to step it up in this matchup. Now for Bingham. On the offensive side, the Miners have to keep up what they've been doing all year long. Bingham has been really good offensively, having 3 players averaging double-digit points. Luke West, Parker Snedaker, and Jason Peterson. Last game against East, the Big 3 accounted for 45 of the team's 76 points, and tonight will be a step up for the Miners as they see if they can continue this dominance. Defensively, they got to eliminate the three-point line. The Olympus offense relies so much from behind the line, and if Bingham wants to win this game, their defense has to slow down this threat.
Great job, Miles. It'll be a fantastic game tonight, and it'll be interesting to see who gets out to an early lead if one team does. That's proven big for these teams early in this season, as if they get out to the big lead, they've been able to put the other team away. Though there's a bigger sample size for Bingham than Olympus, and I wonder how much that will come into play too, the experience of Bingham this season and the inexperience of Olympus this season.
Yeah, as you mentioned, both teams have completely started out really hot, and they haven't looked back. Last week versus Northridge, you saw it with the Titans.
Fans, we welcome you to Olympus High School, home of the Titans, for the 72nd season of Olympus basketball, right here in the iconic court of the Titans. On behalf of Principal Jen Christensen and Athletic Director Gil Ashton, we extend a warm welcome to all Miner fans visiting from Bingham High School. As tonight, they take on your mighty Titans of Olympus High. Located in South Jordan, Utah, Bingham High School competes in Region 2 of Utah's 6A classification, while Olympus represents Region 6 in 5A classification. The Miners opened their doors in the fall of 1908, but didn't field a basketball team until 1915. Nearly 75 years passed before the Titans and Miners first faced off during the 1989-90 season. Tonight marks the 21st meeting between Olympus and Bingham. In their most recent matchup, Olympus claimed an 87-83 victory in a thrilling double overtime preseason game nearly a year ago. Bingham currently holds a 12 games to 8 edge in the series. And now, this time, we ask that you stand if able and join our students in the Ozone in honoring America and those protected with the presentation of our national anthem.
All right, now we're going to get into the starting lineup, starting with the Bingham Miners. Your starting lineup will be number 2, Luke West, the junior guard. He has 41 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists on the season. Number 5, Aiden Larson, the senior forward. He's 6'4". On the season, he has 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Also another forward, number 11, Jason Peterson. He's a senior and 6'4". He has 36 points on the year, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. Also starting is number 12, Braden Erickson, the senior guard, who's 5'10". He has 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists on the year. He had 6 points last game. And then the big guy in the middle, number 32, Lucas Neidig. He's a junior center. He's 6'7", a big mismatch for the Titans. We'll see if they can counteract that height. He has 20 points and 5 rebounds and 1 steal on the year. The Bingham Miners are led by head coach Kyle Stratman. He's in his 6th year. He is 80-44 in his career. What stands out to you for this Bingham team?
Well, for me, it's really the size difference. You have the 6'7" center under the basket, and which, as you said, a huge disadvantage for Olympus. So Olympus is going to have to find some way to score points under the basket.
Starting for the Titans, who are 1-0, will be number 1, Gavin Lowe, the junior guard. He's 6'0", and then last game he had 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 12 assists. Also starting is number 2, Caden Jackson, the junior guard. Last game he had 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Number 3, Jack Evans, the senior guard, who's 6'2". He had 10 points, 3 assists to start the season. Number 4, Ty Goldsberry. He's the senior guard who's 6'2". He had 18 points last game. And then finally, Luke Owen, number 14, the senior forward. He had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists last game. The Titans are led by Matt Barnes, and in his 32nd season, he is 529 and 127. It should be a good one tonight here at Olympus High School. In the jump circle, it will be Luke Owen and Lucas Neidig. These two faced off last year, and even though it was a disappointing season for Bingham, they contested with the Titans, and they took it to overtime as Jack Evans gets control of the tip. He passes it to Goldsberry, who gets it to Lowe. Lowe is going to run the offense for the Titans. Look for him to drive a whole bunch tonight. Lowe gets it to Jackson, and Jackson is moving around way past the three-point line. He gets it to Goldsberry now. They try to get it to Lowe, but the pass is ultimately turned over by the Titans. And now Bingham has numbers. They missed the layup. Great defense by Caden Jackson. And now Luke West has the ball.
Yeah, really crushing turnover on that first possession for the Titans.
Now Erickson has it. He passes to West. West is with the mid-range jumper. Is an air ball, and the student section is going to let him know about that one. Now Gavin Lowe looking to drive. It's what he does best, but he turns the ball over, and it's controlled by Erickson.
Just can't have 2 turnovers on 2 possessions against this Bingham team.
It's a lot how the Titans started off their last game. Very sloppy early on in the first quarter, but they got going. And now Luke West has it. He gets it to Peterson. Peterson gets it to Erickson. And to West again, who's guarded by Jackson. They're going to go to Neidig. He's up against Luke Owen. He's going to drive. His layup is up, and it's good. Bingham with the early lead.
Yeah, you see that size advantage. Neidig had no problem getting to the basket right there.
And that's going to be a mismatch for the Titans. I mentioned it earlier. We're going to have to see if they put a double team on him eventually. And now Gavin Lowe controlling the offense, gives it to Jackson. Jackson being patient, gives it to Goldsberry. Goldsberry tries to get it into Lowe, but the pass is overthrown. And that is a 3rd turnover by the Titans. 3 possession, 3 turnovers.
Extremely sloppy offensive play to start this game. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers, and we're not even 2 minutes in.
So West is going to bring it up the court, and we'll see if Bingham can extend their early lead 2 minutes into this one. Now Erickson has it. He's guarded by Goldberry right at the Titans' S right there. They try to get it into Neidig, but the pass is overthrown, and Olympus gets the possession once again. Great defense right there, making Bingham throw it over his head.
Yeah, it's what the Titans needed to do early. Find a way to slow down this Bingham offense to find a way to get back into this game.
And Bingham's putting on a light full court press already. Lowe's going to drive quickly. He gets it to Evans, and Evans is going to drive himself. Evans, with a lot of contact, goes up, and there's no foul. Bingham comes down with the possession. Bingham passing around the perimeter. It's Aiden Larson who misses the shot, and Gavin Lowe comes down with the rebound. And now he'll bring it up the court. Lowe moving, being the shifty self he is. He shoots, Luke Owen does, but it's an air ball. Now Jackson shoots the 3, and that one is good. The Titans sharp shooter from 3 makes his first basket of the night.
Yeah, Caden Jackson picked up right where he left off last game. He made 7 threes last game, and he already has 1 today.
And you're gonna see the Titans go to him a lot from the perimeter, as we already mentioned it. He's the best 3-point shooter on this team. And now Olympus is putting on their full court press, and that's going to be a travel on Bingham. It seems to work every time whenever Coach Matt Barnes puts on this full court press.
You saw it last week. Northridge had no answer, and Bingham struggling early with it.
Goldsberry is going to throw in the pass. As for Bingham, Jace Bagley comes in, and Braden Erickson goes to the bench. Gavin Lowe with the spin move, he gets it to Goldsberry. Goldsberry gets it to Jackson. Jackson with a nice move right there to get some separation, but it doesn't get him anywhere. Lowe's gonna drive now. Lowe gets it to Evans, and Evans is gonna drive himself. And now Owen has it. Jackson might have shot that 3 if Owen didn't get the ball. Owen with a nice spin move. He puts the shot up and in. Great acrobatic shot by Luke Owen.
Extremely impressive shot right there, getting past the 6'7" center.
And now Bingham has some numbers moving up the court quickly. He's going to shoot. West is, and he makes the basket.
Much needed basket for Bingham. It looked like Olympus had all the momentum, 5-0 run, and now they got a 3.
Again, this is going to be a good game tonight, as the touch foul is on Jace Bagley, but that's going to be how this game is. It's going to be back and forth. Both teams are going to have their opportunities, and they're going to make a lot of those opportunities.
Yeah, 2 high-powered offenses, and it'll be interesting to see how both defenses respond to that.
Now Lowe taking his time. Now he's going to drive. We'll see if he can make his first layup tonight. He cannot, and the rebound is controlled by Peterson. And he gets it up to Bagley. Bagley passes to Larson. And Larson moves back behind the 3-point line. Neidig has a mismatch with Gavin Lowe down there. You got to watch out for that. And now Larson's going to shoot the three, and it is no good. But they aren't able to get the rebound, and that's going to be a jump ball. And Bingham will retain possession.
Yeah, pretty good possession defensively for the Titans. Didn't allow any points and got the jump ball.
And so inbounding is Jace Bagley. Bagley gets it into Neidig, and that's going to be a travel on Neidig right there. So Olympus gets the ball back.
About as good of a defensive possession as you could ask for if you're Olympus.
And now Lowe's going to bring it up the court once again. We'll see what they can do on offense as Olympus is getting ready to sub some people in. And that pass is deflected out of bounds by Aiden Larson. This will be the first set of subs for the Titans as number 10 Nate Watson and number 0 Malachi Phillip comes in. And we have our first timeout of the game too. So early in this one, it's been highly competitive. Both teams not doing too much on offense quite yet, but when they've had their open three-point opportunities, they have made them.
Yeah, pretty good job by both defenses. You expected this game, which it still could be, but you expected it to be very high scoring. But the defense are doing a pretty good job of shutting it down so far.
And so we're going to have to see if that continues tonight. Olympus has got to get Gavin Lowe going, though. They were able to get Caden Jackson open for that three, but Gavin Lowe had multiple turnovers on the first few possessions for this Titans team, and he's not driving to the basket like he was in his last game.
Yeah, in that game versus Northridge, Gavin Lowe was so good at driving to the paint and then getting it out to open shooters. And we just really haven't seen that today.
But we'll see if that changes as the game progresses. And probably with some film on Olympus, Bingham was able to game plan that a little bit better so that they can avoid having multiple players for Olympus open for three while still guarding Low in the paint. And so Olympus will have the ball there. Malachi Phillip is inbounding right by the Bingham bench and their student section. Phillip gets it into Lowe with the high arcing pass, and Lowe's going to control the offense. That pass is tipped, but Lowe gets it back. He's driving. He passes it out to Jackson, who passes to Phillip. Phillip is driving. He's tripped up. No foul call, and Bingham has the possession. It's Larson who passes to Bagley, and now West has it. He fakes the three. Now he's driving. Nice move to get open for that mid-range jumper.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, Luke West is the leader of this team, and he just showed it right there.
Again, Olympus has got to start turning the ball over. We need to see something from Gavin Lowe. Lowe passes to Jackson, and Jackson doesn't have much room to go. He gets it to Lowe once again. Lowe's pass to Watson goes errant, and Lowe is upset on that one. Another turnover for the Titans.
Yeah, Lowe just isn't getting those passes together. That's 4 turnovers already, and we're not even done with the first quarter.
And so Bagley brings it up the court. And now we have Parker Snedeker in the game. That shot by Peterson will be good. A big three-pointer for Bingham, and that puts him up by 5. Olympus is losing some of the momentum they had from their 5-0 run.
Yeah, that just can't happen against offense like this. They will and can score quickly.
Owen gets it to Jackson now. Jackson, tight defense by Bingham. That's Peoples right there. Jackson gets it to Lowe. We'll see what Lowe does right here. Lowe doesn't have anywhere to go, so Owen has it. The play clock's down to 12. And it'll be a foul on Bingham. They are playing fantastic defense so far in this one. The Titans have nowhere to go.
Yeah, they are completely shutting down this defense. In order to win this game, they just had to limit them, but they are doing an excellent job of shutting them down.
And so that's the second foul of the quarter. It's the second foul on Bingham. Lowe gets it into Phillip, and that'll be no backcourt violation. Phillip gets it to Watson. We'll see if Watson can drive. He's not going to. He gets it to Jackson. Jackson is dancing around the three-point line, and that's going to be a turnover as Jackson stepped out of bounds. The Titans just can't get out of their own way early in this one. They keep turning the ball over.
Yeah, yet another turnover. I'd like to see the Titans get Gavin Lowe involved. Bingham just has done an incredible job of shutting down the offense.
And so we'll see if the Titans have any answers. First off, they have to get a stop on defense. This Bingham seemed intimidated by the full court press early, as that was nearly a turnover, but they've managed it pretty well since then. Denzel Peoples will throw in the inbounds pass right at midcourt to Luke West. Peoples has 12 points and 5 assists on the year. It has 5 points against East. As West 3 is up and good. And they're going to call a flop on West as he fell down after that 3.
Yeah, I don't really think there was a lot of contact right there. I think he might have hit the ball, which is what triggered the flop.
And so the Titans will take it. They get a big defensive stop, and now they have to put the ball in the basket on the other side.
Olympus has to score on this possession. You're already down 5 against a high-powered offense, and they haven't really done much all game.
Lowe, again, doesn't have much room to drive. He's going to try and go under the basket. He gets it to Milas. Milas doesn't have much room, and Jackson has it now. Olympus has got to drive to the basket. Lowe is going to try and drive right here. Tight defense by Bingham, and Watson has it now with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Now Lowe's going to shoot the mid-range jumper, and it is no good. West comes down with the rebound, and now Peoples is out in front. He's going to lay it up and in. Great transition by the Bingham Miners, and they have a 7-point lead with less than 1 minute left to play in this first quarter.
Just can't have that happening. Multiple turnovers and missed shots. This Titans offense has not looked as good as they were last week.
We mentioned how this was a step up in competition, and you can sure see that tonight. Lowe's going to drive. He passes to Phillip. Phillip's 3 is up, and it is no good as it went off the shot clock.
Yeah, just a tough break right there. You finally get something going, and it's called back.
And so Bingham will likely hold for the last shot right here. The Olympus offense just has not been able to get anything going. They have 5 points on the game. Peoples is going to bring it up the court, and he's looking to drive. He gets the ball back after the tip, and Phillip tries to save it, but Bingham will retain possession. Throwing in the inbounds pass for the Miners will be Snedeker. Snedeker gets it to Larson, and Larson gets it to Allen. And now West has it. He'll likely be taking this final shot. West doesn't have much room to run. He now has 3 seconds left on the clock. His mid-range jumper is no good. And a surprisingly low-scoring first quarter by both of these teams, but the Miners pretty much dominated the competition as they're up 12-5.
Yeah, the Miners have dominated both sides of the ball. They're scoring well, and then the defense. We really didn't know what to expect from either defense against the high-powered offenses, but Bingham has done an incredible job at slowing them down. Olympus, they got to find a way to get Gavin Lowe involved. He has the miscues with the turnovers, and the offense isn't the same without him.
This timeout could be really good for the Titans to get them to calm down a little bit. You saw some of their emotions rising as they were kept turning the ball over and everything, so we'll see if that changes.
Yeah, when your emotions get overwhelming, you seem to not play as well and not stay as focused, so it's important for them to remain calm.
You got to find that healthy balance between having enough emotion where you care and put your best effort out, but you don't want to have too much where it starts to affect your game negatively.
Yep.
But the Titans have to get Gavin Lowe involved in this second quarter. They cannot go another quarter where Lowe has no points.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of this offense. Everything runs through him, and they got to get him going.
And mainly for the Titans, they have to get driving to the basket. They need to find a way to open up three-point land for them. as that's where their money is going to be made. Without them being able to drive, Bingham can just defend the perimeter and still know that Olympus isn't driving right now and they don't have the opportunity to. And so Lowe doesn't seem to have anywhere to go, as there seems to be miscommunication as well. Jackson now has possession of the ball. He's all the way up by midcourt. They try and get it to Goldsberry, and they're going to call a foul on the Miners. I'm pretty sure that's on Dawson Allen right there.
Something else you've seen early is the miscommunication of this offense. They just aren't getting the enough shots off, and they're just turning the ball over.
And so Lowe barely gets it into Evans, as that pass was nearly too high. And Lowe has the ball back once again. Lowe's trying to drive against West. That's just fantastic defense. He has nowhere to go. Now Evans gets it to Lowe. There's 20 seconds left on the shot clock and extended possession for the Titans. Luke Owen has it now. He fakes the pass to Jackson, and then he passes it to Lowe, and that's a turnover for West. Aiden Larson is going to pass it back out, and Snedeker misses the shot, but West comes down with the rebound once again. And now it's Allen who possesses it and gets it to West, and now Bingham calms things down. Larson has it. He's guarded by Goldsberry. And now Neidig is looking to go to work against Lucas Owen. Neidig falls down, and they're going to call a kickball. I'm pretty sure that's going to be on the Titans, and Bingham will retain possession. Again, Olympus, something feels very different from last game.
Yeah, last game they were dominating both sides of the ball, and they're only holding them to 12 points now.
West's mid-range jumper is no good, and Luke Owen comes down with the rebounds. I wonder how beneficial it would be to see the Titans go fast on offense, as that's a foul on Luke West.
Yeah, you haven't seen that all game long. They've been slow getting down the court, and last game they were really good at getting down the court fast.
You'd like to see him just be able to get the rebound and then quickly move down the court. So that's where Gavin Lowe is at his best too. So we'll see what happens for the Titans offense. But they have to move slow here once again. Goldsberry is double teamed. Let's see if he can get the ball out. He gets it to Evans. Evans is going to drive. His layup is up, and it is good, plus the foul. The and one for Jack Evans, and the Titans needed that one.
A much-needed basket. The Miners were on a 7-0 run, and the Titans just weren't getting anything going. So a pretty good start for momentum.
Now the student section gets excited for their first free throw of the game. Evans' free throw is up, and it is no good. Neidig comes down with the rebound. Now West takes it up the court, the leader of this Bingham offense. Snedeker has it right now. He gets it to Neidig. Neidig's layup, well, not quite layup, but jumper is no good, and now Lowe's coming up the floor with the ball.
Great defensive possession for
Lowe's
the Titans.
going quick, and that's going to be a foul on Bingham. That's already their fourth foul of this second quarter, and we're not even halfway through. That could be huge for the Titans.
Yeah, excellent job making Bingham make the fouls.
And now Dawson Allen and Parker Snedeker are coming out of the game. Lowe's trying to get it in. He gets it to Owen. Owen's moving around the free throw line. He gets it to Lowe. We'll see what Lowe can do. There's two defenders around him. Lowe's trying to move around. He does. His layup is up, and it is nearly tipped in by Bingham, but it is no good. A great effort by Luke Owen right there, and that'll be a jump ball. And that will be Titan. Looks like Bingham basketball.
Great hustle right there. The Olympus defense is trying to get something going. They got to retain possession of the ball.
And so West brings it up the floor. West gets it to Peterson. Peterson gets it right back to West. Peterson's three is up, and it is no good. A little long, but Larson comes down with the rebound. And now that's going to be our third jump ball of the game. And the Titans get the ball this time. As number 22, Matt McConkey comes into the game. The junior center had 3 rebounds last game.
I'd like to see Olympus get down the court really fast this time. They've been going slow all game long, and they got to get something going.
But one thing that has prevented that is Bingham's light full court press. That might be a way that they drew up how to stop this high-flying Olympus offense. Jackson has the ball now. He's guarded by Luke West. Goldsberry is looking for his first points of the game. He gets it back to Jackson and now to Lowe. Lowe's looking to drive. Can he get around Peoples? He cannot. His mid-range jumper is no good. He gets his own rebound, lays it back up and in. The Titans are only down by 3. They're on a 4-0 run.
See, that's the Gavin Lowe we all know. Getting his own rebound and then putting it back up with the layup.
West with a nasty move on Lowe. He gets to Peoples, whose 3 is up and good. Big 3 for Bingham, and they extend their lead right after Olympus felt like they were getting some momentum.
Yeah, Just Killer killing all of that momentum. You get a shot and then you immediately give up a 3.
Owen has it now. He's guarded by Peterson. And Lowe has it, who's guarded by Peoples. Lowe is going to drive against the taller Neidig. He's not able to make the layup, and Bingham gets the rebound once again. That's not a good matchup for Lowe. Larson's 3 is up, and it is no good. That could have been killer for the Titans, but they avoid the made 3. Now Goldsberry is driving. His layup is up and good. You see how the Titans do best when they move fast.
Yeah, great shot. When you move fast, it opens up underneath the basket more.
West's layup is no good, but the refs are going to call a foul right there. Much to the dismay of some in this stadium. But nonetheless, West will be shooting his first free throws and Bingham's first free throws of the game. His first free throw is up, and it is good. And what are some of your thoughts on this second quarter and how it's been going for both teams?
Well, the Olympus offense to start has been a little bit better. They were getting under the basket and on that last possession, getting down the court fast, which is what they do best. Bingham has done an excellent job of limiting that offensive production.
And so West goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Olympus has the ball once again. We'll see what Gavin Lowe can do here. He gives it to Owen, who gets it to Jackson. Jackson was open for 3 for a second, decided not to take it. Jackson picked up his dribble, and now he gets it to McConkey. McConkey tries to get it to Owen, but then Snedeker is tripped right there by Luke Owen, and that'll be a foul on the Titans.
Another bad offensive possession. They just keep turning the ball over.
And so it's Braden Erickson throwing the ball in right in front of that Olympus student section. As Phillip comes in for Luke Owen.
As you can see, that student section is not holding back.
And so Erickson takes the ball with 3:08 left in this one. Now it's Larson who loses possession, but he regains possession, and Erickson has it once again. West is looking to drive. He shoots the mid-range jumper, and it is no good. Great defense by the Titans right there, and Goldsberry is looking to drive quickly. He passes to Lowe, who thought about the 3 but didn't shoot it. Jackson gets it to Goldsberry, who gets it to Lowe. Lowe's 3 is up, and it is no good. That is not the best shot for the Titans, but McConkey gets the rebound. Jackson's 3 is up, and it is no good. And that'll be a foul on the Titans after a messy rebound. And Bingham comes away with that from that possession, fortunate to not be down, fortunate that Olympus didn't get bite into the lead a little bit.
Even though the Titans did get the rebound, that was a forced shot by Lowe, and he really shouldn't have taken it.
And so Erickson is going to bring it up the court this time. Nice deflection by Phillip, but Larson retains the possession. Snedeker is going to shoot a 3, and it is no good. Goldsberry comes down with the rebound. Goldsberry nearly loses possession, but Gavin Lowe has an open three, and it is no good. McConkey tries to get the rebound, thought that might have been over the back, but it wasn't called. And now Erickson's gonna shoot the corner three. It is good! Killer for the Titans.
Yeah, what the Titans couldn't do, you had an open three, you miss, and then you immediately let Bingham get a three.
And now Jackson is looking to move around the court. Goldsberry gets it to McConkey, whose layup is up and good. The Titans are only down by 7 with 1:44 left.
Much needed points there. You really haven't done much in the last few minutes.
Erickson's second three is up, and it's good! Deep three by Erickson, who's hot from three-point land. Bingham has a 10-point lead. Lowe gets it to Jackson, and Jackson gets it to Goldsberry now. The game's opening up a little bit for these offenses. It's Phillips' three is up, and it is no good, and Bingham comes down with the rebound. It's West.
Yeah, it's not like Olympus isn't getting the shots to shoot. They just haven't been making them.
Larson's three this time is no good, and McConkey comes down with the rebound. The Titans are going fast. Phillip gets the pass, and now they're going to slow down. Lowe's going to drive. His layup is no good. Wasn't able to get the rebounds. He's not happy that a foul wasn't called there, but they need to get back in transition. Erickson gets it to Larson, and now it's West who has it. West is driving on Goldsberry, and they're going to call a foul. And so, with 38 seconds left in this half, Bingham has really turned it on towards the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, especially Braden Erickson. The 2 threes late in the second quarter have been killer for the Titans.
And we saw Erickson see some scoring opportunities last game as he had 6 points. That's continuing tonight, as that's going to be another foul called by the referees. Looks like they're going to call it on Caden Jackson, I believe. Or excuse me, they're not going to call a foul. There seems to be an issue with the clock. But what do the Titans do on defense as Bingham is really heating up, and they're starting to make their open threes, which they weren't doing early in the game.
Well, they got to guard the perimeter better. If you look at what Bingham has been doing on the Olympus, to the Olympus offense, they got to do more of the same. Keep them from shooting threes.
Snedeker gets the inbounds pass to West. There's a 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And West is going to slow things down. The Miners are probably going to get the last shot of this half. West will be guarded by Ty Goldsberry. Goldsberry has 2 points on the game. West has 7. It looks like Bingham's starting to get things going on offense with 12 seconds left. West is going to drive. His mid-range jumper is no good, and Phillip comes down with the rebound. There's 5 seconds left. Can the Titans do anything with it? Lowe has it, but he steps out of bounds. And that's just the story of the half for the Titans. They had an opportunity to get some of the momentum back, but Lowe steps out of bounds.
Yeah, if he doesn't step out of bounds there's a better chance that the shot goes in, and which would have been a huge shock of momentum to this team.
That is true. If he doesn't step out of bounds, the shot can go in. And the inbounds pass doesn't go anywhere as the shot is blocked by McConkey. And that was just not a good half by the Titans. We saw them score 98 in their last game. They're not going to get anywhere close to that, as they have quite the task on their hand to come back in this one.
Yeah, the Bingham offense has been excellent, or defense, excuse me. They've held this Titans team, as you said, scoring 90-plus points last game to just 13 in 2 quarters. The Olympus offense has to get something going in order to have a chance to win this one.
And so that'll take us into halftime, where there will be some performance by the drill team, and we'll see if it's Deco or Cheer 2. I'm Lucas Pierce.
And I'm Miles Pierce.
Your halftime score is 23-13 Bingham.
Please give some love and make some noise for your theme.
Welcome back to Olympus basketball on OlyTV. I'm Lucas Pierce.
And I'm Miles Pierce.
And it's gut check time for the Titans early in this season as they're down by 10, 23-13 in this to start this second half. And what do they have to do to get going?
They have to score on this possession. You don't want to get down by 11, 12, 13 points against this Bingham offense. They have to get a stop and then score.
The Miners will start out with the ball, and it will be Erickson who's bringing it up the court. Erickson will be guarded by Caden Jackson, who had 3 points in that first half. And now Nideg has it. Nideg moves around Owen. His layup is no good. And now Lowe brings it up the court.
Yeah, great defensive start for this Titans defense.
Jack Evans is open from 3, doesn't shoot, but Lowe is open. Now Jackson is open. None of them shoot. But great job by Bingham to get to the shooter. Goldsberry's mid-range jumper is no good, but Owen gets the rebound. Lowe thought about the 3, and now he passes it to Owen. His 3 is no good, but Jackson comes down with the rebound. Owen's gonna pass it to Jackson with the pump fake. It's good. Big start for the Titans.
Exactly what they had to do. They've had to find a way to get the momentum back on their side.
But they give up a transition layup by Lucas Nideg right there. And now there seems to be another stoppage of play. We'll see what's going on with what looks like the clock. Looks like they put 32 seconds on the shot clock, and now Lowe gets it to Jackson.
Olympus has to score again on this possession because Bingham just keeps answering right back after they score.
Goldsberry's mid-range is good, and the Titans cut into the lead a little bit more. They're now down by 7. And nice pick by Goldberry right there. He knocks it out of bounds.
Already a pretty big difference in the Olympus offense from the first half. In the first half, they just couldn't get anything to go their way. They couldn't rebound. They couldn't shoot from behind the perimeter, and now they've done both very well to start the second half.
They're just doing a better job at getting that space on offense. And now Luke West has it, the star for this Bingham offense. And Nidek goes up for the layup, and he'll get the and one. I think you're going to start to see Bingham go to the paint like that, especially if he's going to get fouled.
Yeah, Olympus lacks that size, so it's a pretty big mismatch. If you can't beat him, then you're just going to end up fouling him.
And so Nideg will be at the line for the first time tonight. He has 6 points on the game so far and can become tied for the leading scorer with this layup, which he does. And so Bingham is back out to that 10-point lead. Olympus will need to score, and then they need to get a stop. Evans gets it to Owen, who gets it to Jackson. Jackson is double teamed by Weston Larson. Lowe's gonna drive, his layup is up and good, and the foul.
Yeah, you see that speed come into play from Gavin Lowe. He's so good at getting around the defenders and putting layups in.
And Jason Peterson gets up gingerly after he committed the foul. And so we'll see if Lowe can make his second free throw of the game. He's 0 for 1 so far. And now on this next defensive possession, it will be so key for the Titans to get a stop. As they're starting to get some offensive momentum, they just can't stop Bingham. His free throw is up and good.
Yeah, really key defensive possession for the Titans. They need to get a stop with the offense starting to come together.
West is guarded by Lowe. His 3 is up, and it is no good. Goldsberry comes down with the rebound. The Titans got what they needed. Can they capitalize once again? Jackson passes to Lowe. Lowe's moving around inside the 3-point lines. Evan has it now. Lowe gets it to Luke Owen. The pass to Gavin Lowe. His layup is up, and it is good. You can feel the momentum going back to the Titans a little bit. They're getting so much more separation.
Excellent pass right there from Luke Owen to Gavin Lowe to get the bucket.
And the steal by the Titans. Can they capitalize? Lowe's gonna pass to Evans. Goldsberry's three is up, and it's good! Big one for the Titans. As the lead is down to 3, they are on fire on offense, and they're getting their stops on the defensive side.
The momentum is turning towards the Titans. They cannot miss in this second half. They're doing everything great. You saw in that defensive possession, they were able to get the turnover, and now the offense is responding.
It has just been night and day difference, and it's early in this third quarter, but this lead has already been cut into, and the Titans are right back in this one.
Yeah, Bingham came into this half with a 10-point lead, and now the Titans have shortened that to just 2 points now.
And so what does Bingham have to do themselves now that the Titans are getting space all around on the offensive side?
They have to regroup. The defense, Olympus came into the second half with a completely different game plan on offense, getting that space in order to shoot those threes. Bingham has to change their game plan in order to adjust to the Olympus offensive scheme.
They have to get Luke West involved. He is tied for their leading scorer with Neidig right now. And so it's Bagley with the ball. He's going to drive, and they're going to call a foul on Jack Evans, and it looks like it'll be on the shot as well. And so Jace Bagley will be at the free throw line for the first time tonight. With 5:08 left, Bingham is up 28-26. His first free throw is good, and the lead is out to 3. That was a good job by Bingham, though, driving to the basket immediately, trying to get some momentum and get some points on the offensive side.
Yep.
His second free throw is good. He goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line, and I believe Bingham has not missed a free throw tonight in the limited ones that they have had. Now it's Caden Jackson. Jackson gets it to Lowe, and Lowe's going to drive. Lowe gets it to Evans. Evans was double teamed for a second. Lowe has it once again. Lowe gets it to Jackson. He thought about the 3. Now Jackson's going to drive. He passes it to Owen, and his layup is good. What a pass.
Yeah, something you didn't see early in the game is when Bingham scored, the Olympus offense didn't really respond, but it's been a completely different story this half.
And Lowe gets the steal. Now the Titans can tie it. His layup is good. The Titans have come all the way back in less than half of a quarter, and we're all tied here at Olympus High School. West passes to Larson, and West gets the ball back once again. West is looking to drive. Great defense by Gavin Lowe. The Titans can take the lead. They have numbers. Owen with the layup. It's good. The Titans have their first lead tonight.
Incredible run to start the second half. The Olympus offense has some sort of spark that they lacked in that first half.
And now the tables have really turned. That's going to be an offensive foul on the Titans, drawn by Gavin Lowe. Oh, what a switch we have in this second half as everything has changed.
Everything has changed. Olympus is getting those key stops on defense, and the offense is responding. They're shooting well from behind the three-point line and driving to the basket.
You watched Bingham in that first half, and Olympus is playing just like Bingham did. It's nearly identical.
The switch has flipped in the second half. The roles have been reversed.
Goldsberry gets it to Jackson. Jackson gets it to Evans now, who's guarded by Snedeker. And Evans will be fouled on his layup attempt, and so he will go to the line.
Yeah, Olympus has got to make their free throws. You saw them have some trouble with it against Northridge and a little bit tonight.
Evans has 2 points on the night tonight. He can make that 4. The first one is up, and it is good. His next one is good as well. So the Titans have a 4-point lead after they went into half down by 10. It's Jace Bagley bringing the ball up the court. Lowe tried to go for the steal right there. Now Peoples has it. Peoples is looking to drive on Evans, and he gets it to Bagley. Bagley brings it back out. Larson, and now Snedeker has it. And another steal by Gavin Lowe. He's been incredible on the defensive side. Caden Jackson's three is up, and it's good! The Titans can't be stopped. What a second half.
Now here's a guy who is just so good at shooting the three-pointer. He has not missed all night long.
And so the Titans have extended their lead to 7 points with 2:50 left in the second half. Simply incredible by the Titans. I don't know what Coach Matt Barnes said in that locker room at halftime, but it worked.
Definitely, as I already said, the roles are reversed. In the first half, Bingham was dominating on both sides of the ball. They were getting the stops, and they were shooting the ball incredibly well. Now the Titans this half have been incredible. Gavin Lowe getting turnovers, and they've just been really great at capitalizing on those turnovers.
And so now what does Bingham have to do as they look to get back into this game, try to find some momentum?
They got to go back to what was working. They were now the Olympus defense has made the necessary changes. They got to drive to the basket and use Neidig in order to get those easy layups.
That's the biggest key right there. They have not used the size advantage that they have tonight. So as we come out of this timeout and the momentum completely flipped, we'll see what Bingham does on the offensive side. Maybe they're going to bring in some subs or whatever.
Yeah, they got to get something going.
And one thing to note too is how much more fast-paced this game has been in the second half. Specifically Olympus, they've just been flying up and down the court.
Definitely, and that's what they lacked in the first half and have done excellent in the second half.
Great block by Caden Jackson, but they are going to call a foul as Snedeker tried to go up for the layup. And so Snedeker will be at the free throw line. We'll see if he can put 2 on the board for the Bingham Miners.
Yeah, much needed points right here. Bingham just has not gotten anything going on offense this half.
So after a brief discussion by the refs right there, Snedeker will finally be shooting his free throws. His first one is up, and it is good. This could be a big key for Bingham getting back into this game, trying to, make their free throws as maybe they can get to the line.
Yeah, they got to utilize the free throw line as much as possible. That's an easy way to get points if you can make them.
But one thing we have to remember too is this game is far from over. Bingham, we saw how good they were in the first half. They can easily be that good once again. Evans gets it to Watson, who's making his first appearance in the second half. Watson gets it to Lowe. Lowe's looking to drive, doesn't have much room, so he picks up his dribble. Now Jackson has it once again. He's going to drive. He gets it to Evans. His corner three is up, and it is no good. And that'll be a foul on the Titans. It'll be number 10, Nate Watson, with the foul as he was trying to get that rebound, and Luke West checks back in for the Miners.
Yeah, as you said, this Bingham offense can score in a hurry, so it's important for Olympus to shut it down. If they have any little bit of momentum, keep them from having hope.
Snedeker, and now West. West is looking to drive on Low, doesn't have much room. Now it's Peterson who gets it to West. West three is up, and it goes in and out. That would have been big for the Miners, but it doesn't go in.
Tough break for them there. They had to get something going, which they didn't.
Lowe somehow gets through the defenders and keeps up his dribble, and that's a 7-point lead for the Titans. And that'll be a foul on the Titans once again. I think they're going to call that on Evans. They are. That's his second foul on the game. Olympus really isn't in foul trouble right now. And we'll see Malachi Phillips subbing in after this first free throw by Snedeker. Again, the Miners are at the line.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to score. They keep getting to the line, and if they make their free throws, it'll be pretty big in the long run.
And so Phillip comes in for Nate Watson. Snedeker's second free throw is up and good. He's gone 4 for 4 in his last 4 attempts. And now Bingham puts on a full court press. Gavin Lowe moves it quickly up the court, though, as he's right by the student section. He's driving once again. He lays it up, and it is no good. West comes down with the rebound. Peoples passes to the Bingham shooter, but it is no good, and that'll be a jump ball. And the Titans will get possession. On the shot, it was Dawson Allen.
Yeah, as you can see, the Bingham offense is getting down the court fast. They're trying something new. Most of the game, they've been getting down pretty slow, so you like to see the change of trying to get something going.
Lowe wasn't able to have possession of the inbounds pass, and Peoples lays it right back up and in, and Bingham's within 3 again.
Much needed bit of momentum for the Miners offense.
And so how do the Titans respond? You can feel the momentum switching once again. This has been
They got to score, and that's what they've done all second half. They just got to continue the hot shooting.
Goldsberry's 3 is up, and it is no good. Off the back of the rim, and Snedeker comes down with the rebounds. Peoples is out in front, and the pass is too far. The Titans get possession once again. Boy, has this game opened up.
Yeah, especially in the first half, this game was slow. Both offenses weren't really getting much going. They were scoring but not getting into a rhythm, but it's a completely different story in the second half. Both offenses are clicking.
So Caden Jackson has the ball right now. He's guarded by West. Now Goldsberry has it. Goldsberry's mid-range jumper is no good, and Peterson comes down with the rebound.
Really, the last few possessions, the Miners' defense has been pretty good at limiting the damage from the Titans' offense.
And so Bingham will hold for the last shot of the half. Can they tie it or get it within 1? We will see. Peoples has it. He's guarded by Goldsberry, who tips the ball out. There's 3 seconds left. Peterson's going to shoot the 3, and it is no good. That one nearly went in, though. And we have a good one for you. It's going to be a highly contested game, and we'll see how both teams do in the fourth quarter as the Titans lead 39-36.
In that first half, both offenses weren't getting into like a really hot rhythm. It's completely different. Both offenses, or especially the Olympus offense, has exploded, scoring more than double the amount of points that they did in the first half, and they are doing it from different types of shots. They're getting the layups, they're getting the mid-range, and they're getting the three-point shot, and they're deadly from there. So Bingham defense has to find a way to limit that threat from deep.
And it's really incredible what the Titans have done on offense in this second half. I mean, in the first half, they were turning the ball over. There was miscommunication everywhere. I wonder maybe if during halftime, if Matt Barnes made the game a little simpler for the Titans, maybe ran simpler plays, but whatever happened, it worked, and the Titans now have the lead.
Yeah, you especially see that from Gavin Lowe. In that first half, he was turning the ball over, and he wasn't really at his best, but it's completely different. He's extremely fast and gets the ball down the court really well, and is key to the if Olympus wants to win this game.
And now we're going to see how both of these teams perform well under pressure. This is new to both of these teams. Bingham's closest game this year was a win by 12, and Olympus won by 31 last game, of course. So we'll have to see how these teams handle this early season pressure in this game.
Yeah, two teams that haven't really experienced pressure much this season. It is a small sample size, but it's important to have this experience in these pretty big games.
Peterson gets it into Neidig. We'll see what Neidig can do. He has the mismatch on Owen. His layup is up and good, and the lead's down to 1.
Bingham has to utilize his height right there. Olympus doesn't really have anyone to go up against him, so if he can get those easy layups, then the Bingham offense can score.
And now that's a turnover by Malachi Phillip. The Miners can retake the lead here once again. Luke West gets it to Larson. Larson's looking to drive. His mid-range jumper is good, and Bingham has the lead once again. They're up 40-39. And they're going to call a foul on Denzel Peoples right there. The junior guard made a little too much contact with Gavin Lowe. And the Bingham student section is not happy.
In that third quarter, Olympus dominated on offense, but really over the last few minutes, Bingham has responded very well and made it a game.
And Gavin Lowe has nowhere to go right now. He's going to need some help. Caden Jackson gets the inbounds pass, and we'll see how the Titans can get it up court. They have 5 seconds to do so, and they'll get it up there easily. Jackson gets it to Owen, and Owen gets it to Lowe. Peoples is playing really tight defense on Lowe. He's got to be careful. Lowe's looking to drive. His mid-range jumper is no good. That's a tough shot, but that is a foul on the Bingham Miners. I think that's their second of the quarter, and looks like it was their first of the quarter.
Olympus has got to find some way to respond. Bingham offense has overwhelmed them to start this half.
Goldsberry doesn't have any room to run, but the Bingham guy gets it right back to him. Phillip thought about the three, now he's driving. His floater is good, and the Titans retake the lead. We're going to be doing this the entire fourth quarter, back and forth.
Yep, just back and forth, back and forth. Both offense don't show any sign of stopping.
Neidig has the mismatch on Owen. He's double teamed, and now West has it. West nearly has it stolen away, but Larson has the open three, and it is good. Big shot for Larson right there.
Really in this half, Bingham hasn't gotten a lot of three-pointers to go in, and it's really good to see them finally get those shots.
We're going to need to see the Titans get hot from 3 too, as they only have 4 on the night. Lowe passes it to Phillip. Phillip loses control of the ball, but Goldsberry has it. He gets it to Owen, who shoots the three. It is no good, and it looks like it'll be Bingham ball after some contact. And
yeah.
Jack Evans is going to come back into the game.
As you said, they got to get something going from deep, and they really haven't done that all game long. They've gotten key shots in big situations, but they just haven't really gotten into a rhythm.
And so we have our first time out of the quarter. The Miners have retaken the lead. It's 43-41. And what has changed since that third quarter? What is Bingham doing well?
Well, Bingham made the necessary adjustments, making Olympus turn the ball over. And especially on the offensive side, they've utilized that height under the basket. With Lucas Neidig with the ball, it's pretty hard for Olympus to guard them unless they double team in, which they haven't really done all night.
And so with 5:55 left, this is going to be a really tight game that's probably going to come down to the final minute. It might be one of those games where whoever has the final shot wins the game, but we'll have to see. It was great. We've seen great resolve by both teams tonight, though. Olympus able to come back from that 10-point halftime deficit, and now Bingham being able to come back from their 7-point deficit in the third quarter.
Yeah, Bingham was down by 7, and Olympus had all the momentum, and they didn't really show any sign of stopping. And Bingham has responded pretty well.
And so as the teams come back out onto the court, it will be Bingham ball inbounding at the Olympus lettering end of the court. West will bring it up rather quickly. Larson gets it to Peterson. Larson has an open three. It's good. The Titans can't leave him open, or Larson is going to kill them tonight.
Just something they have to prepare for. He's one of their best three-point shooters, and they just haven't done a good job at limiting that.
Lowe's layup is up and good, so the Titans offense responds. And now West gets it to Peterson. They're going to try and go to Neidig, but the ball is turned over. Never mind, it looked like Caden Jackson stepped out of bounds, and Bingham will retain possession. Great effort, though.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. Trying to force those turnovers for your defense to get your offense back on the court.
It'll be Snedeker inbounding the ball, and it's Nideg who has it. Snedeker's looking to drive. He's guarded by Owen. Now West is guarded by Lowe. West gets it to Larson. He's moving around the perimeter. Larson doesn't have much room as he was double teamed for a minute right there. West gets it into Nideg. He goes up, and they're going to call a late foul right there. The question is whether it's on the shot, and it looks like it will be.
Yeah,
that's a good call by the refs, though.
I agree. You go back to what the Miners need to do in order to score, and that's getting to the free throw line. They've made their free throws pretty much all game long, and they got to capitalize again.
So Nideg is at the line. He has 9 points on the game, and he stays at 9 points for now as Bingham misses their first free throw of the night. Nideg's second free throw is up, and it is good. So Bingham has the 2-possession lead.
Yeah, excellent job by Bingham getting back into this game. You were down in a 7-point hole early in the or middle of the third quarter, and you responded well.
Goldsberry doesn't even have the chance to go in. It was an air ball, but that was an offensive foul on the Titans anyway, so Bingham has the ball once again.
Yeah, it just can't happen. You got to find a way to keep up with the Bingham offense, and Olympus just hasn't done that over the last few minutes.
The Titans have to get a stop here as Bingham has been on fire, especially Aiden Larson. But Gavin Lowe gets the steal, and he's going to look to take it himself. He doesn't have much room as he falls, and that'll be a jump ball, and the Titans will get the ball.
Excellent steal by Gavin Lowe and getting down the court quickly. It's what he does best, and now the offense has to capitalize.
It would have been interesting to see if Lowe could have maybe gotten it to Luke Owen right there, who seemed to have some room but not a lot. And Lowe is not happy with the refs right now. Lowe's looking to get it in. He gets it into Goldsberry. Goldsberry gets it to Owen. Evans gets it on the pass, and now Goldsberry gets to Jackson. He thought about the three, instead doesn't take it, and now he's going to drive. His layup is up, and it is good. Great drive by Caden Jackson.
Much needed points right there. And now the defense has to step up again.
Aiden Larson passes to Luke West. West gets it to Bagley. And now Larson has it once again. We'll see what West does. He gets it to Bagley once again. They're going to try and go into Nideg right here. There's a mismatch. His layup is no good. Great defense by Owen. The Titans can tie it or take the lead.
Yeah, another stop for the defense, which is in a huge spot.
Lowe has the ball right now. We'll see if he does this himself. He's going to drive. He loses his footing, but he gets the pass to Owen. Goldsberry passes to Jackson. His three is no good. It's too long, but that will be a foul on the Titans.
You see the Titans are not happy about that call.
They may not be happy about it, but that was the right call as there was a lot of contact on that rebound attempt. And now Peterson is going to come into the game for Nideg. Bagley is bringing it up the court for the Miners. With 3:20 left, we have a 2-point game here at Olympus High School. West has it, now Peterson has it. He gets Evans to jump. Now Bagley's three is no good, and Goldsberry gets the rebound.
Another great defensive possession for the Titans.
And now Evans has it. Evans gets it to Jackson. Jackson gets it to Evans once again. He's guarded tightly by Peterson. Goldsberry has it now. Jackson thought about the three. Jackson drives, he gets it to Lowe, but his layup is blocked. But they're gonna call a foul on that. The Titans will take it. I thought he got all ball though.
Yeah, I agree. I don't, there was a little bit of contact, but I don't think there was enough to call the foul.
Lowe is 1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. This one is good. If he makes this one, the Titans can tie it up. as Denzel Peoples is coming in for Jace Bagley. Bagley had 2 points on the night. Lowe's second one is good, and we're all tied up with 2:42 left.
Yeah, as we expected, this game is going to come down to the wire, and you can tell.
What a steal by Gavin Lowe, who somehow kept it in bounds. And now Caden Jackson has it.
What he does best, forcing the steals and then bringing the ball down the court.
And that was incredible. Lowe's feeling himself right now. Now Jackson has the ball. Jackson's going to drive. He has a lane. His layup is no good, but he'll get fouled. And the Titans have a chance to take the lead at the free throw line.
Yeah, the difference between Gavin Lowe in the first half and the second half is incredible. He was sloppy in the first half, and he's becoming his true self here in the second.
I'm sorry, I still can't believe how he kept that ball in bounds, and Olympus somehow got that possession. I mean, just incredible.
I know, he threw it backwards, and then we just picked it off.
Jackson made the first one, so the Titans have the lead. Can they make it a 2-point lead? The Bingham student section is making some noise. His free throw is no good. Now West has it. He's guarded tightly by Lowe. West is going to drive. His layup is good. Great drive by West, and Bingham has the lead with 2 minutes left.
Both offenses just going back and forth and back and forth.
Jackson is going to get called for the offensive foul. The Bingham student section is going crazy. And now Bingham looks to extend their lead.
Yeah, it just can't happen right there. You're down by 1 point under 2 minutes, and now Bingham has a chance to extend their lead.
He just went a little too fast right there. Tried to do a little too much.
Would have liked to see them slow it down a bit and then open up a better shot.
But you also have to say that it's worked for them to go fast, so hindsight is 20/20. Jace Bagley gets it to West, but he's going to turn the ball over. Whose ball is it going to be? It's going to be Bingham's ball. A break for the Miners as the ball rolls off one of the Titans players, and they get the ball back with 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Peterson coming in for Neidig.
It seemed like the Olympus defense had that turnover in the bag, and they just hit it out of bounds, giving Bingham an extra chance.
Looked like it was Caden Jackson who could have come up with it. And that's a miscommunication on the inbounds pass, and it's going to be Titans ball. They have a chance to take the lead with 1:39 left. What a game it's been tonight, huh?
Yeah, definitely. We expected it to be back and forth, and it has not disappointed.
These two teams will definitely be going far in the playoffs this season, and they'll both have good regular seasons, I believe. But we have to see who's able to get this win. Jackson has it now. Jackson gets it to Owen. Owen doesn't have much room as he's guarded closely by Snedeker. Now Goldsberry has it. He's looking to drive. Jackson thought about the three, and they're going to call a foul on Luke West right there. And that won't send Jackson to the free throw line. I thought it would for a second, but now the rest of the fouls will.
Olympus has to score on this possession. They've been down one for a while, and now they got to score.
Lowe's layup is no good. He got it too high, and now Jace Bagley is looking to put the Miners up by 3, and he doesn't. He misses the layup, and what a block by Caden Jackson, and they're going to call a jump ball. So the Bingham Miners will have possession right here with 35 seconds on the shot clock. What do the Titans do?
Well, you got to guard the three-point line, because a three puts you down 4 points, which is 2 possessions. You don't want that to happen. If you're Olympus, the ideal is to force a turnover and then go down the court and score.
And Coach Barnes is going to call a timeout right here. We'll see what he draws up. But these two teams are so evenly matched. I mean, anyone could win this game, and it's been evident tonight. What do the Titans have to do specifically, though?
They need to get a defensive stop here. They've been doing it pretty well all second half compared to the first half, except Now a three-pointer puts you down 2 possessions. And then if they're able to get that stop, they got to go and they got to score.
And for Bingham, who do they go to on the offensive side?
I think you got to go to Luke West. He's your best player offensively, and he's been 10 points already today. You got to get him involved once again.
I also wouldn't be surprised to see him go to Lucas Neidig, who's been just such a mismatch in the paint against Luke Owen. Denzel Peoples is going to throw the inbounds pass. Good defense by the Titans so far. And Luke West comes down with the rebound. Great jump right there. And somehow caught it over Jack Evans. Now West has it with under 50 seconds. He's going to let that clock go down. We're now at 40 seconds left in this game. 16 left on the shot clock. West is looking to move the ball around now. It's Peterson who's guarded by Goldsberry. Peterson doesn't have much room, and Bingham's going to call a timeout. Nice timeout by Coach Kyle Stratman, who didn't, Larson didn't have anywhere to go. Or excuse me, Peterson didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, when Bingham inbounds this ball, they gotta score pretty quick. You got 6 seconds on the shot clock. If you're able to score here, that puts a lot of pressure on the Titans in order to get a 3.
It's also not the worst thing for Bingham either, because they're able to draw up a play right here, their coaches. So we'll have to see what they draw up right here. It is kind of an odd, or it's a bit of an odd place for an inbounds pass, though. It's going to be more towards the corner. So.
Yeah.
With 28.3 seconds left, the Bingham Miners have a 49-48 lead. Who's going to come out on top on this one? It has been a fantastic game, specifically the second half, just back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, both teams really lacked that offensive production in the first half, and it's a completely different story in the second half. Both offenses have exploded on both sides of the ball.
So it will be Snedeker inbounding the ball. Jackson will guard. Snedeker try to tip it. Snedeker looking to get it in. He gets it into West, but they're going to call a push on the Titans. I thought he stepped out on his own for a second right there. Interesting call.
Yeah, I saw the footstep on the line. I don't really think there was enough contact in order to push him out of bounds.
But at least the refs have been consistent tonight. They have called a lot of the contact, which they have seen. Luke West can put Bingham up by 3 right here. His first one is up, and it's good. Calm, cool, and collected at the free throw line.
This free throw is going to tell us a lot of what Olympus needs to do. If he misses it, you're only down 2 and you need a bucket to tie. But if he makes it, you're down 3 needing a three-pointer.
He misses it, and Jackson comes down with the rebound. Are the Titans going to go fast right here? Jackson has it. He gets it to Lowe. You have to imagine this goes through Lowe. Lowe's looking to drive. He gets it to Goldsberry. The time's ticking for the Titans. There's 15 seconds left. Lowe's going to drive. His layup is no good, but his putback goes in. The Titans are up with 7 seconds left, and that's going to be a timeout by Bingham. What resolve by Gavin Lowe to put that bucket back in.
He is incredible. He's completely different story than the first half. He was really sloppy, and now you see who he really is. He's insane under the basket, maneuvering around the defenders and putting it in.
But despite getting that basket, Bingham can still win it right here.
Yeah, they don't even need a 3. They just need a 2. I'd like to see them get to Luke West for a mid-range jumper here and just to put the game away.
But that was a great possession by the Titans. The question is, can they hold on and send it to overtime? Or even get a turnover, but you can't bank on that.
Yeah, this would be a pretty good time for a Gavin Lowe steal.
He's been so good at that in this second half.
And that's kind of the player he is. With that full court pressure, he had 7 steals last game, and now multiple again tonight.
Let's welcome out your Titans.
And so here we go. On the court for the Titans will be Caden Jackson, Ty Goldsberry, Jack Evans, Gavin Lowe, and Luke Owen. How are they going to stop this Bingham offense, who has been on fire in this fourth quarter?
Did we really expect anything less from this game? Two really great teams going back and forth.
And so this gym has gotten loud. Both student sections are going crazy. We'll see if Bingham can win it right here. The inbounds pass goes to Larson. There's 4 seconds left. Now Bagley has it. What's he going to do? He's going to put up the floater. It bounces off, and we're heading to overtime here at Olympus High School, tied at 50.
Excellent execution right there. He just couldn't get the shot to go in. You had Bagley drive to the basket, and he just missed the mid-range.
So what more could you ask for here? Extra basketball of these two fantastic teams.
We got free basketball on our hands.
And so there's 4 minutes left, half of a quarter for each of these teams. We'll have to see what they do here. You assume Olympus is going to go back to Gavin Lowe.
Definitely, especially when moving the ball down the court. He's extremely fast and a great passer. And when he's able to drive to the basket, he can make those layups maneuvering the defenders.
And for Bingham, we saw them have some success early in the half, or in the fourth quarter at the three-point line. But as the game went on and the quarter went on, they started going more to the basket, which you expect to see.
Yeah, Bingham also has to use Lucas Neidig once again. I know I've said it a lot, but the defensive mismatch underneath the basket is huge and can be really key in these big situations.
And so the Titans will bring out their starters as they started the game. And so will the Miners. Excuse me, not everybody for the Miners is the starter. It's Parker Snedeker instead of Braden Erickson. In the jump circle, it will be Luke Owen and Lucas Neidig once again. Right at the hook in center court. The tip is up, and it is won by looks like it's going to be won by the Miners after it went off of Ty Goldsberry.
Yeah, just kind of mishandling of the ball. Ty Goldsberry had the ball in his hands, and he just hit it out of bounds.
And so West is going to bring it up the floor. He's guarded by Gavin Lowe, as he has been the majority of this game. Peterson gives it to Larson. Larson's been key for the Miners in that, especially in that fourth quarter. Now Peterson has it. Peterson gets it to Larson. He's guarded tightly by Goldsberry. His shot is up and no good though, and Jackson comes down with the rebound. Great defense.
The Titans had to get a stop, and now they got to score.
Gavin Lowe has it now. He slows things down a little bit. Signaling a play to the offense, and now Evans has it. Ty Goldsberry, Jackson, and now Gavin Lowe once again. Luke Owen is open for three. It is no good, a little long, but Jackson comes down with the rebound. And it looks like there was contact right there, no call. Gavin Lowe is going to shoot the mid-range jumper. It is good. The Titans have the lead.
That's one huge difference between the first half and the second half. The Titans were struggling early on with rebounds, and that's completely changed this half and overtime.
The Miners are going to Neidig. His layup, or his shot is up, and it is no good.
Yeah, they had the open shot with Neidig, and that's worked pretty well all night. It just didn't work there.
So Gavin Lowe is slowly bringing it up the court with 2:44 left in this one, and the Titans have the lead. Lowe's looking to drive. Now he gets it to Evans, and Evans gets into Jackson. Jackson's three is up, and it is no good, but Evans comes down with the rebound. Now Lowe's three is up, and it's good! Plus the foul underneath the basket.
Oh my, Gavin Lowe hits a massive three to put the Titans up 5.
There's a foul.
They're going to count the three, and then Caden Jackson was fouled under the basket. So the Titans have an incredible chance for a 5-point play right here.
I don't think I've ever seen that before in a basketball game.
Caden Jackson will be shooting 2. He has 12 points on the day. His first one is a little long, no good. And of course for the Titans, they're led by Gavin Lowe, who has 22 points on the night.
Yeah, you can see he's the leader of this team. And the team is on a completely different level when he's on fire.
And so it ends up being a 4-point play for the Titans. And now Bingham has to score right here. West gets it to Snedeker. Snedeker's looking to get around Lowe, and Lowe steals it away. And they're going to call a foul on Gavin Lowe, to the dismay of nearly everyone in this gym. I thought he got all ball right there.
I definitely thought he did too. And if you're gonna call a foul, at least call a jump ball. Both guys had their hands around it. I just can't see how you can call a foul on Gavin Lowe.
But the refs did ultimately call it, and now Snedeker's at the free throw line. Snedeker's first one is up, and it is good. Easy money for Snedeker on that one. And now Denzel Peoples is checking in for Lucas Neidig. Neidig has had that mismatch, but he only has 10 points in this one.
Yeah, especially in that second half. Olympus has done a pretty good job at limiting his production.
Snedeker's second one is up, and it is good. So, as Jace Bagley checks into the game for Snedeker, the Titans have a 4-point lead. And everyone knows they're going to go to Gavin Lowe right here.
Yeah, definitely.
Jackson gets the inbounds pass. He's going to bring it up the court. Jackson is guarded by Peoples, and now Lowe has it. What does Lowe do here? Playing point guard. He's controlling the offense. Now he's letting some clock run off, as with 2 minutes left, the Titans have a 4-point lead.
Yeah, that change of pace that we really haven't seen in the second half and overtime.
Gavin Lowe draining that shot clock. He's going to drive. They're going to call an offensive foul on Gavin Lowe right there, as it looked like he might have extended his arms. And so new life for the Bingham Miners, who can make it a one-possession game on this possession.
Yeah, giving the Miners more chances. If Olympus was able to score, then Bingham would have been down 6 or 7 points. And now Bingham has a chance to get him within 1.
And now Peterson has it. He gets it to Bagley. And now Larson. Larson, the sharpshooter from 3. He thought about driving. He gave it to Peoples, who nearly lost control of the ball. And now Bagley has it. Bagley gets it to Peterson. Peterson's driving. He has a lane. His layup is up and good. And then Bingham is going to call a timeout right here, as the Titans got out to an early 6-point lead in this overtime, but Bingham has come right back to make it a game.
Yeah, after that hot start, Bingham has done a pretty good job on the defensive side, drawing fouls from Gavin Lowe, and that's ultimately resulted in points for the Miners.
And so, again, with 1:25 left, do we think we see the Titans slow down on offense again? I didn't think that was the best strategy, especially looking back on it.
Yeah, if they were able to score, then definitely it would have been good, but you only gave yourself like 7 or 8 seconds to score, and that's not who the Titans are. They're the team that drives down the court and scores quickly.
And then for Bingham, we'll see if they, I'm really curious to see if they try and draw an offensive foul again, as they've been really good at that, specifically in the second half.
Yeah, it's worked multiple times this game.
And I think a lot of that is because the Titans go so fast that sometimes they don't have a lot of time to just stop.
Yeah,
so
you saw that in the second half on the charge.
So Goldsberry is getting the inbounds pass to Evans, and Evans is going to bring it up the court. Evans gets it up the court in time to avoid a 10-second violation. And now Jackson is tightly contested right there. Jackson finally gets around West and has some room. The Titans are going slow on offense once again. Jackson's now going to get it to Lowe. What's Lowe going to do here? You have to assume he's going to drive. Doesn't have much room to, nearly loses his footing. Great pass to Goldsberry, but he isn't able to make the layup. And then a foul right there that wasn't called on Jason Peterson, who just pushed Luke Owen. And now Bingham can tie or take the lead on this possession.
I don't know how you can't call a foul there. He shoved him to the ground and then just ran.
Jace Bagley gets it to Aiden Larson. Larson gets it to West, who cuts to the basket and scores. We are tied once again but the Titans can hold for the final shot this time.
And I think that's what they're going to do. They got to get the ball in Gavin Lowe's hands.
Lowe's going to hold it right here. We're going to see if Barnes calls the timeout. With 19 seconds left, what are the Titans going to do right here? Everything goes through Gavin Lowe. Is it going to happen again?
He's got to drive to the basket here.
And now Barnes calls a timeout.
You don't need to get a three here. You got to get someone either under the basket to pass it to or have someone drive, specifically Gavin Lowe.
And now we have our second shot at a buzzer beater tonight. Bingham wasn't able to capitalize on their chance at the end of regulation. Now we'll have to see if Olympus can capitalize on theirs.
Yeah, the one thing that the Titans cannot do is turn the ball over, especially on the inbounds play, because then Bingham would have a breakaway to the basket and maybe hit a last second shot.
One thing I think the Titans need to watch out for is if they're going to drive Gavin Lowe to the paint, all the Bingham defenders are going to swarm him. So you might have an open shot at a three. I know when you're tied, you don't really want to take that shot, but if you're open, you got to take it.
Yeah, when the shot presents itself, you got to take it.
And on that shot, you'd like to have Caden Jackson, the Titans sharpshooter from three.
Yeah, he's definitely their best from behind the arc. So either you get it Gavin Lowe to drive, or you get it out behind the arc for Caden Jackson.
And then if you're thinking about mid-range, now that we've covered driving to the paint and the three-point line, look for Ty Goldsberry in that mid-range, where he's been able to be money the majority of the time.
Yep.
It will be Jack Evans with the inbounds pass right in front of the Olympus coaches.
Have to imagine the inbound goes to Gavin Lowe once again.
What did Matt Barnes and the coaching staff draw up here, and can the Titans execute it? They have 11.5 seconds to do it. Lowe has it, and now we're at 10 seconds. Lowe gets it to Jackson with 6 seconds. Now Owen has it. Gavin Lowe's going to shoot the three. And
Oh, yeah! Oh,
he
yeah!
makes the buzzer beater, and the Titans win the game!
What a shot, Gavin Lowe!
Gavin Lowe does everything for the Titans, and they win an absolutely incredible game over the Bingham Miners, 59-56.
Oh my gosh, Gavin Lowe, he does everything on offense, and he just hit the shot of his life against the Bingham Miners.
What an incredible comeback for the Olympus Titans. They were not able to get anything going on offense in that first half. They scored 13 points. And here they are at the end of overtime with a 3-point win over the Bingham Miners. Just how good is this team?
This team is going to exceed all preseason expectations. We really didn't know what was going to happen. Losing 4 of the 5 starters, and then they came in, they demolished Northridge, and in an incredible game, they hit the buzzer beater against Bingham.
It's not every day you get to see a buzzer beater. What a moment for the Olympus Titans, and what a moment for Coach Matt Barnes and the team. This team is going to be good, folks. Even though they lost nearly all of their production from last year, they're going to be just as good as ever.
I believe this team has what it takes to go the distance, and the quest for the back-to-back championships has begun.
And now you see the team celebrating with the student section. What a performance by the Olympus Titans. Thank you all for watching another Olympus boys basketball broadcast on OlyTV. Bingham, after that heartbreaking loss, will head home for the first time in a couple of weeks and play Davis High. Olympus will also be heading on the road for their first road test against Wood Cross. We will be back here next Friday night as the girls basketball team finally returns home for a game against Box Elder, who eliminated them in the quarterfinals of the playoffs last season. For our entire production crew and Mr. Miller,
I'm Miles Pierce.
and I'm Lucas Pierce. Have a great rest of your night and week.